Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a pretty notable free Steam title that just dropped today, but it is getting absolutely cooked, so Sega, get on top of it. You might want to make some updates on that. We'll talk about that. On top of that, notable update on one of my favorite games of 2024 came out on PC this year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, getting some new features added, so we'll talk about that, and one of the breakout titles of the year. There's been a lot of breakout titles in 2025, but Dispatch is doing incredibly well. We'll talk that at the end of this video, as the sales numbers for that game have been tremendous, so we'll talk that at the end, and again, a lot of buzz around that game. But first of all, Sonic Rumble is available free right now on Steam. Unfortunately, the game is getting kind of cooked. Right now, it's got 486 Steam user reviews. 36% of those reviews are positive. Now, if you're not familiar with what Sonic Rumble is, Battle Royale Sonic title, Ready, Set, Rumble. Join Sonic in this intense arcade royale game set in Dr. Eggman's diabolical toy world. Collect legendary skins, all new emotes, and build skills as you progress through this action-packed game. Mayhem is the best with friends. Again, mostly negative reception, and let's just highlight some of these reviews as this game is getting cooked. One user, the top helpful review as of the recording of this video: delays game by a year with zero communication from devs for several months at some points. Testers get all the rewards, leaving normal players with no way to even the playing field. You've got $10 to $60 skins, pay-to-win skins, FOMO farming with constantly rotating skins, and claw machine loot box gambling, kernel-level anti-cheat for a mobile game. Yes, this is initially a mobile game. Your skill does not influence rank, your skin and buddies do. No speed in the gameplay unless it's an unplayable cutscene or boost pad. Nearly nothing about Sonic gameplay carried into this game except the characters. Awesome. I love that I waited 2 years for a watered-down Sonic game. Another user says, in what world can you get a whole, fully featured, actually fun racing game for less than the price of 2 skins here? Obviously, like, there's a literal racing Sonic game that just came out in Team Sonic Racing Cross Worlds that literally just came out. Another user said, this game is incredibly predatory with all the mobile trappings it has. It charges over $40 to $60 for skins, multiple simultaneous paid battle passes, yikes, gotcha rolls, subscription services, tedious grind seen in other mobile games like farming fragments of a rare and premium skin or character. While cute, the game goes overload on wanting you to spend money on a ton of different things. It'd be one thing if it was kept to the shop where you didn't see it, but it's always in your face. They always want you to buy those ludicrously expensive skins so you can pay to win to get those higher scores and get better ranks. They didn't learn at all from the soft launch on mobile, so yikes. Definitely a bit of a course correct needed on this, especially unfortunate because I feel like Sonic has been collecting so many W's. Like, Team Sonic Racing, think what you want about, you know, the game's player base dwindling. That's kind of the natural course of events for any game, but that game was really well received. The Sonic games generally have been really well received with each outing. The Sonic movies are hot right now, and it's just unfortunate across the board that Sonic is collecting all of these W's, yet Sonic Rumble is free-to-play game, and I know they have this momentum with Sonic, and the best thing they want to do, any publisher wants to take a successful IP, they want to make it live service and generate all of that passive revenue, but when you insult the players to an extent, it does more damage to the IP, and it's not like it's going to do long-lasting damage to Sonic as an IP. I get that, but you don't want a fumble of an outing, and I would imagine this is something where Sega is going to have to course correct in terms of assessing what's going on here and then, you know, fixing up a lot of the issues as far as the monetization. Now, I don't know how this game is doing on mobile. Maybe it's crushing it on mobile, and the PC release is just saying, hey, it's an accessory release. We're going to make our money on this from the mobile standpoint, and we know that there are whales out there for these mobile games. There are, and you know, I get that whale is like a derogatory term, but like, you get what I'm saying. There are these people that will spend an egregious amount of money on mobile games, and you know, if they can make a lot of money off of those few individuals that are going to spend egregious amounts of money over time, whether it be thousands and thousands of dollars literally over time can be generated. Like, we know stories about people spending thousands and thousands of dollars on mobile games, and I've seen it firsthand with live service games, and I've spent a lot of money. I haven't spent thousands and thousands of dollars on live service games, but dude, I spent a lot of money, and over the course of time on like League, I spent an outrageous amount of money, and Hearthstone, but that was over the course of years. But you know, there have been instances of people spending 5 figures on mobile games. Like, that's a real thing. So you know, if you can get a couple of people that have that disposable income and they're spending that kind of money on a mobile game over time, like, you'll still make your money, but, you know, at what cost? At what cost is the question. So I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of course correcting needed with Sonic Rumble. So that is available. I mean, if you want to play it, it's free to play, but again, mostly negative reception on that. Couple of other things to note before I cap off this video. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth update has added DLSS 4 with multi-frame gen. My experience with FF7 Rebirth on PC was rather good, just right out the gate. I know it wasn't perfect. It was Steam Deck verified as well, although the deck performance, you can think of it what you want. More than 800 games and applications feature RTX technologies, and each week, new games are integrating NVIDIA DLSS, NVIDIA Reflex, and advanced ray-traced effects. Last week, Arc Raiders and Duet Knight Abyss joined the ever-expanding catalog. This week, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth adds DLSS 4 with multi-frame gen, plus Deathground is out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth DLSS 4 with multi-frame gen as well, so that is continuing to get updated. FF7 Rebirth is an outstanding game. For many people, it was the 2024 game of the year when it came out on PlayStation. I ranked Metaphor above it, but FF7 Rebirth was probably like number 2. It was an outstanding game and a significant improvement upon the original. The thing is, you do have to play the original. You can't just jump right into FF7 Rebirth. I don't care what Square Enix says. Oh, you can play the game. There's a recap video. Like, no, go play the original, and then you can jump into Rebirth, and Rebirth is outstanding. I get that a lot of people aren't crazy about the narrative shift that the game has made. Look, I actually really like it. I've played Final Fantasy VII a lot of times, and that original experience exists. I think the remake trilogy can exist. We've got the best of both worlds, and with the original having stuff like the Echo S mod available, like, I like what the remake trilogy is doing. And I get it, some people just wanted a true one-to-one remake, but for me, you know, sometimes I like things shaking it up, and either, you know, we were gonna get a well-executed narrative, or we were gonna get a train wreck, and either way, it was gonna be pretty entertaining. And I'm not really here to say whether or not it's a train wreck until we get the third game. I think it's been pretty compelling the whole way through, though. So there you go with that. That update is live, and also, the game that's had a coming out party over the last couple of weeks are, you know, there's been a lot of games. Mega Bonk, Ball X Pit, Peak, a lot of games that have been having coming out parties this year. But Dispatch, 2 days, 80 million copies sold is what the tweet says. But no, really, it continues. Would have been nice. We sold 1 million in 10 days, though. Still pretty good. If you don't know what Dispatch is, comedic, episodic adventure game with a great art style. Love the art style in this game. I literally have it downloaded right now, just working my way through Tales of Xillia Remastered, playing Outer Worlds 2 right now as well. So, you know, a couple of games on my plate right now as far as why I haven't gotten to Dispatch, but I will get to Dispatch, and, you know, got it downloaded thanks to Ad Hoc Studio. They sent me a copy of the game, and I definitely will give it a shot, but happy to see the game be successful, and I'm all about more narrative, story-driven experiences. The Telltale episodic games always worked well for me, and happy to see this game be successful. And just a year where a lot of these games have had coming out parties, from Dispatch, Mega Bonk, Peak, obviously Expedition 33. There's just been a lot of games that have resonated, and just cool to see, you know, more unique experiences like this do well. And the premise of Dispatch is pretty great. Fingers crossed on a Season 2 happening as well sometime down the line. But that'll do it for me. Again, Sonic Rumble is getting absolutely cooked on Steam with a negative reception on that. 36% positive reviews. Definitely, they gotta do some fixing on that. FF7 Rebirth has added DLSS 4 with multi-frame gen. That update is available now, and Dispatch doing incredibly well, selling 1 million copies. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.